Let me ask you about these WNBA players, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, who many are saying are the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson of the WNBA. Do you like that when you hear that?
I like it, and they are.
Caitlin Clark has taken the sports world by storm, shattering records and silencing doubters with every jaw-dropping performance. But when Michael Jordan, the undisputed GOAT, steps up to deliver a message, it's not just news, it's an earthquake. Yes, MJ himself, the man whose very name is synonymous with greatness, has broken his silence on Caitlin Clark, and the internet can barely handle it. But before we talk about MJ, let's talk about the other veterans who have showered love on Caitlin Clark. Because this is not the first time a basketball legend has sung Clark's praises. Shaquille O'Neal, the Big Diesel himself, has clarified that he has a deep admiration for Clark's game.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark, besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. She's not gonna hit that shot, man. Like if I say 10 times you're not gonna hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth. So.
That's not all, guys. Shaq even went as far as to claim Clark as the best collegiate player ever to grace the courts.
But she's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family. Yeah. Like the crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Ever?
Well,
I don't know about you. You heard of Cheryl Miller,
Ever.
Maya Moore?
I said what I said. Ever.
Diana Taurasi?
I said what I said.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
Another NBA legend, Rick Barry, didn't mince his words when talking about Caitlin Clark. Mind you, Barry ranks among the most prolific scorers and all-around players in basketball history. When he speaks, the world listens. Barry didn't hold back. He spoke his mind and defended Caitlin Clark from her haters. Because here's the thing, even Barry knows that Clark's the face of the WNBA, and it is unfair that she gets treated with such disrespect. Next up, we have George Gervin, who is also a former NBA player and a legendary figure in the world of basketball. Also known as Iceman, George loves Clark's game as well.
You know, when you look at it, they don't know the value that she's bringing for all of them. She bringing, they flying private planes now. They weren't flying private before she came. They on major networks now. They weren't doing that. See, she remind me of Tiger Woods for golf.
Yes.
He changed the paycheck. So why ain't somebody...
Did you hear that? George is saying that the people in the WNBA have no idea about Clark's brightness. That's right, is a generation talent, but most of the people are busy hating on her. Next up is former basketball point guard Jeff Teague. His reserved media personality is proof that he only speaks when it is appropriately true. Being a former NBA starter and one-time All-Star, he might not have been the face of the league during his career, but boy, he's not holding back now. Speaking his unfiltered truth about Clark's rocky WNBA debut, Teague didn't mince words. They played this all wrong, bro. They were supposed to gas this.
With her brand, bro, they gonna push her, bro. I'm telling you. All right, give it over the next 2 or 3 years. Caitlin Clark gonna be everywhere, bro. She gonna be the best player in the league. Whether you like it or not, it's just...
Nah, bro.
Teague hit the nail on the head, albeit with the subtlety of a sledgehammer. The WNBA had a golden opportunity with Clark, a generational talent with a built-in fan base larger than some franchises. Instead of rolling out the red carpet, they tripped over it. Brutal? Yes. But he's got a point. Clark entered the league as a walking ticket machine and a ratings juggernaut. Yet some corners of the WNBA seemed more interested in gatekeeping than capitalizing. Next up, we have Paul Pierce, the Celtics legend turned hot take aficionado. Pierce has always been a polarizing figure, on and off the court, and his comments about Clark early in her rookie season proved no different. Initially, Pierce cast doubt on Clark's abilities, questioning whether she was more hype than substance. Then, he managed to wade into murky racial waters with comments that sparked a backlash bigger than one of his signature stepbacks.
You claim you want the women's game to grow, and then you keep the most popular girl in women's basketball off the team. How do you grow internationally and domestically if you don't put her on the U.S. team? It just makes the most sense. Sometimes you have to say, hey guys, this is bigger than the game, which it is. I mean, women's basketball is at an all-time high because of Caitlin Clark.
Fast forward to Clark being snubbed from the U.S. Olympic team, and Pierce's tone shifted. Kind of. You claim you want the women's game to grow, he said, and then you keep the most popular girl in women's basketball off the team. Sometimes you have to say, hey, this is bigger than the game. On the surface, this sounds like support, but dig a little deeper, And it's clear Pierce hasn't fully bought into the Caitlin Clark phenomenon. His argument hinges on her marketability, not her merit, implying that Clark's inclusion on the Olympic team would be a PR move rather than a basketball one. That's rich coming from a guy whose nickname, The Truth, feels more like irony with every passing day.
This is a missed opportunity in the girls' game to allow her on a national level to be here with the rest of the stars to help grow this game. And I think they're taking a step back.
Caitlin Clark's Olympic snub may have felt like a gut punch to her fans and a slap in the face to her undeniable talent. But sometimes life has a way of dealing cards that seem bad at the moment, but turn out to be game changers. Legendary NBA center Dwight Howard, in all his basketball wisdom, saw this twist not as a failure, but as a blessing in disguise. And boy, was he on point. While the world mourned Caitlin's absence from the biggest stage in sports, Howard envisioned a master plan brewing. A narrative where Clark would rise, refocused, recharged, and more dangerous than ever.
Right? That's my point. Like, I feel like she is a great player, but it's a lot of players that, no lie, who, as far as basketball-wise, they have the edge over her of why they should be playing in the Olympics right now.
Howard's quote feels like it was pulled straight from a fortune cookie designed specifically for sports legends. This should motivate her. This should make her go harder in the gym. She should get in better shape. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Caitlin didn't just bounce back, she ricocheted. Post-Olympics, Clark wasn't just good, she was unstoppable. It's almost as if she took those 3 weeks off, stared at the critics through the metaphorical mirror of her gym, and said, "Watch me." Next, we have Isaiah Thomas, a Hall of Fame point guard with an uncanny ability to read the game on and off the court, has always been known for his sharp insight. As a two-time NBA champion with the Detroit Pistons and a seasoned coach and executive, Thomas understands the complex web of talent, media, and marketing that defines professional sports. So, when he was asked about Caitlin Clark, his response was a diplomatic masterpiece, blending praise with a dash of political correctness.
Why do you think Caitlin Clark has taken off the way she has taken off all through basketball?
You know, she's got it. She's got what they call that it factor, right? And some people got it and some people don't. You know, and she has it. And also, she also has game. She's got real game.
Isaiah's words are like a perfectly executed no-look pass, seemingly straightforward, but with layers of meaning. He managed to tip his hat to Clark's undeniable impact, acknowledge the media's role in elevating her, and still subtly call out the machine of manufactured controversy that surrounds her. It's a balancing act worthy of a Hall of Famer.
You know, when she came out of college, everybody was talking about, oh, she's going to be a great scorer and she's going to shoot the basketball, she's going to shoot the lights out. And then she unveiled, oh, I can drop dimes too. Oh, I can pass too.
"I think it's great what she's done," Thomas said, acknowledging Clark's meteoric rise in the WNBA. "And I think it's great what the media and the WNBA and marketing and the players are doing." It's the kind of statement that seems simple on the surface, but carries a hefty subtext. Now, let's discuss the current NBA players who are in the limelight and very much love Caitlin and her game. Yep, you guessed it right. I'm talking about the baby-faced assassin himself, Steph Curry.
Steph, you've been very complimentary in the past about Caitlin Clark. She's on the verge of breaking the scoring record. I mean, do you see any comparisons in the way that she shoots to your team compared to the way you two shoot? Do you see anything?
When asked about the similarities between his and Clark's shooting, Steph Curry appeared to have nothing but praise for her WNBA counterpart.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And it hurt just confidence out of you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer.
Curry admitted Clark's star power by saying, "She's a performer." Not only that, he accepted that she is an amazing athlete and a cut above the rest. Well, this is quite impressive coming from the long-range shooter himself. Now, let's talk about Jordan and what he had to say about Clark. "Caitlin's got that fire, that drive that only the great ones have," Jordan said. But let's be real, some of the players in the league are targeting her for all the wrong reasons. They see her talent, her rise, and it's got them feeling threatened. What Caitlin needs to do is keep her head down, focus on her game, and show them what true greatness looks like. All the criticism, all the pettiness, she has to let it fuel her, not let it break her. The best way to answer them is by proving time and time again that she belongs at the top. With her first season in the books and Jordan's words ringing in her ears, the question now is, what's next for Caitlin Clark? Will she continue to break records? Will she lead the Fever to a championship? One thing's for sure, she's not slowing down. And with Michael Jordan watching from the sidelines, the sky's the limit. So buckle up, basketball fans. This is just the beginning of Caitlin Clark's legendary journey. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.